Let's begin with our three ohms. Once again, namaste, and begin with our three ohms. Slow, deep breath in, tongue at the roof of your mouth, belly, chest, all very relaxed. Yes, so when we do our ohms, if we can get the sensation of vibrations over there in the body, that's a very good thing. If we don't, that's okay. Let time begin to show it. Do not have to worry about it. Shall we begin with our huffs? Maybe 15 huffs divided into 5 sets of 5, 5, 5, and 5. Okay, is that okay? Ideally, Vajrasana. So I'm sitting in Vajrasana now. If you all can sit in Vajrasana as well. Excellent. Is my voice clear, or do I need to speak a little louder?
It's clear.
Your voice is a little low.
It's clear.
You can hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, but for some reason, I don't seem to be able to hear you all very well. So maybe you'll need to speak a little louder. Also, I've changed my position, so my computer is a little far. Anyway, so tongue at the roof of your mouth, slow, deep breath in. Watch your breath as it comes in. Belly, chest, all very relaxed. And half. Stop. Huff. Stop. Huff. Stop and huff again. Slow, deep breath in. If you can channel the in-breath up the spine, very good. Some of you are on the Hanuman Master Breath group, and you might have seen how it is done. If not, practice will help you do it. Otherwise, you are always free to join one of my breathwork sessions or workshops. So continue with this. Please do 5 rounds of this. Watch the kind of sounds your lungs are making, what is coming out of it. And if there is any sense that there is a little congestion here or some part of your body, try and continue. As it comes up, you can clear your throat like I do, and then out. I don't feel the need for it now, so I don't need to expel any phlegm. Once again, slow, deep breath in, belly very relaxed. Just let it go to deeper levels of relaxation. Rest of your body also very relaxed. Take the full breath in. If it goes to the Mooladhara, excellent. Those who can channel the in-breath up along the spine. Then wait a moment and then huff. Since you have those who have been doing this for some time, they should be able to add a little extra pressure, a little extra strength to their huffs and the squeezes. Okay, slow deep breath in. And then squeeze the chest level. If you want any particular area, you can squeeze there. You know the routine. You've done it before. I can hear some people kind of trying to clear, and that's okay. Okay. Yeah. Sorry, I thought there was. Can all except Guruji please mute? Okay. Okay. I'll try and mute everybody. Mute all. Right. Mute all. Okay. Yeah. So I think that's okay now. Once again, slow, deep breath in. Try to fill the breath all through, as you've done in the complete yogic breath, the lowest portion towards the pelvis and higher all the way up. So the more air you're able to breathe in, channel up the spine, the better. So take that breath. Stop and then go again. If necessary, contort your face. So when you do the squeezing and you start doing the Krishna's flute maneuver, which is the squeeze at the Mooladhar and then the Swadhisthana, Manipura, and so on, all the way up. As you continue doing this, you'll feel something. Initially, of course, the sensation or what you notice is very subtle or very tiny. But as you continue with your practice, you begin to get a clearer understanding of what is happening. So do a little more of that and do a little more of that squeeze. Keep building it up with your practice. Once again, slow, deep breath in. Fill up the whole system. Remember, your breath keeps coming from as low as possible, from the Mooladhara area and so on. So the lower area that your breath is continuously flowing up from, the better. Because in doing this, all the nadis are being cleansed, not just the lungs, the nadis, the lungs, everything is being cleansed. And when you add the Krishna's flute maneuver, like I said, you'll notice something more. Bola, एक नंबर पंखा चलाओ. So continue doing this. I don't seem to be expelling too much phlegm, though I should be, because there is still painting going on in my house. So, but so be it. Good thing. Please continue and give me some feedback. How is your expulsion of phlegm going on? Is it thick? Is it not so thick? I'll share something very interesting. One of the participants who's been there the past few days uh, and was not sure about how one can continue to exhale for an X period of time. She told me that she tried today for the first time and she was actually able to exhale for 10 minutes. There might have been some micro in breaths, maybe. So let's take it for whatever that is worth. But the fact that one exhale could go on for 10 minutes says a lot. And this was only her first attempt. My first attempt to 10 minutes took me a very long time. But then, of course, I had nobody guiding me or explaining these things to me. And of course, then it went to much, much longer times. And it came with its own share of gifts. So as you begin, and of course, she also mentioned that she was in a very relaxed state of mind. Her body was very relaxed, her mind was very relaxed, and she experienced that long exhale. And she felt extremely good after that. So I'm putting it out there so you know it's not just me, but somebody else has also experienced. And one day it can also be a part of your experience. Once again, slow, deep breath in, full breath, fill it up. So if you noticed, I made a bit of a sound when I was huffing today, just now. So first 3-4 times, nothing happened. Now there was a little bit of a sound and I can feel something trying to come out. Sorry. So there we go. So please continue. Right. So this is done. If you like, you continue for a little longer, and then we'll do the complete yogic breath. And then after that, we'll do the Anulom Vilom as well. because I want you to get a little more comfortable with all the three practices. So I'll give you another 3 minutes or 4 minutes so that you can complete the huff routine, and then we'll come to the complete yogic breath. Some thick phlegm is coming there, and I suppose that's a good sign. It means that some old stuff stuck somewhere is finding a way out. Some of you might notice that your breath feels much lighter than before, simply by doing this, adding a little extra strength, pressure, intensity, and as you do the Krishna's flute maneuver, the breath becomes, after that, the breath becomes much better, lighter, smoother. So take a minute and relax, and then we'll do our complete yogic breath. So sit relaxed, take 1 or 2 full breaths, circulate it around your system. So in the group, I've been asking about the kapha dosh nivaran, or technique to do the kapha dosh balance. But since people have not responded, I'm not talking too much about it. Maybe that's not so important to people at the moment, and that's perfectly all right. So now we do the complete yogic breath. Please remember, everything else is the same. You breathe in through your nose, let the breath go all the way down. Whatever is channeled up the spine, fine. Otherwise, let it collect at in the pelvic area, lower belly, upper, all the way up to the shoulders. And then as you exhale, channel the exhale from the Mooladhara area up along the spine. Very good. Slow, deep breath in. Sorry. So same breath, basically filling it up all the way. When you exhale, let go as much breath, as much out breath as you can. And then once it's all gone, stop for a moment, 2 moments, continue with the exhale. Slower your exhale, and if it's channeled up the spine, it'll be very good for the Sushumna in particular. Of course, otherwise also it's very good. But keep that uh, attention on moving your breath up along the spine. Very important. Mahesh, I can't see the name. Mahesh Jeswani. Mahesh Jeswani is asking, can you tell us about the Pitta dosh? No, at the moment I will not speak about the Pitta dosh.
तीन तो टिकट भेजा था उस दिन, तो वो जब तुमको भेजा था उसमें तो 3 टिकट भेजा था. वो तो हम
Please mute everybody, na?
Yeah.
Just mute everybody.
Sorry, yes, I think so. Yeah. So I will speak about the Pitta and the Vata dosh balancing only once I have gotten enough feedback on the Kapha dosh, and when people start sharing their experiences, because until I have that validation, I do not wish to share something which I'm not still very confident about as far as others are concerned. I'll experiment a lot on myself, but I'll share only that which I'm very confident about. Otherwise, I'll hold it until clarity is in place. So far I've been sharing a lot of my own experiences, and it's been tried, tested, and results seen, because I've done it in a group earlier, small groups of people, and then more, and so on. So Pitta dosh can wait for the time being. Let there be a little more clarity on the Kapha dosh nivaran. But once people start sharing their experiences, we'll take it. So please continue with the complete yogic breath. Full deep breath in. Fill it up from the lowest portion up all the way. In the meantime, also channel some breath up along the spine. Then stop for a moment. Exhale slowly up along the spine. When it's all gone, stop. And then continue. Same along the spine. Same thing. And then stop again. Continue again. And then as you start feeling that you are coming to more or less the end of your breath or air supply, you can start applying the squeeze. You may also try the Krishna's flute with this squeeze, etc. So you have a number of tools in your hands. You must try them on your own at different times. My only caution is go slow at the moment, build up strength, build up confidence. As you start feeling more comfortable, start applying greater force or greater pressure. And of course, that will give you much better results. But let it come slowly. Slow, deep breath in. If your breath is beginning to become a little subtler, even during the practice, it's a very good sign, and it's doing a lot of inner work, and it's getting the results inside. That is how your breath is becoming subtler. So that's a very good sign. You have to be aware of your breath. You have to observe, and of course, your attention needs to be there. So please keep doing that. Once again, slow, deep breath in, fill it up. Please continue. If anybody is doing the Krishna's flute maneuver, please share what you are noticing, what you are experiencing, and so on. Please share with me, and of course, everybody else. Anybody who's able to do it. The others may please continue doing what you're doing. Come on, participants. Let's see some action. Do not be so reticent about your experiences. Share. No? What do I do? I can only request. I don't have any tools to force anybody. All right, so continue. This reminds me of China. When I was teaching in China, I would go to a new class, for example, and I was teaching them oral English. So my responsibility was to make sure that they spoke, because until they spoke, how would they get practice? How would they build confidence and so on? And no matter what I tried, there'd be pin drop silence in class. Nobody wanted to speak anything for various reasons. So then I had to dip into my bag of tricks and experiences and so on to start pulling them out little by little, one person at a time, and get them going. So one of the things I used to do was I used to keep a bag of candies with me, lots of candies, good candies. And in fact, I think I almost spent 10% of my wages on candies for the students. So I would keep these candies and dole them out whenever any student would make an effort to speak and so on. And he or she got the candy, it kind of gave them a great feeling of being rewarded. Just a small candy. But even if I had a bag of candies here, I wouldn't be able to give them to you. Okay. Jalpa Patel says, I feel I'm able to breathe for very long. Okay, than before. That's excellent. Yeah. So you're breathing longer than before means you are able to one cycle can go on longer. That's very good. That means your lung capacity is already showing some improvement. Excellent. So next time, maybe I can bring a bag of candies and dangle them here in front of you and make a symbolic or a virtual presentation of a candy to one of you who speaks and shares. Okay, let's continue. Slow, deep breath in, full deep breath in. Belly relaxed, tongue at the roof of your mouth. Yeah, so it continues and do another maybe 5 cycles of this. And then we'll do the Anulom Vilom with this same thing. Sir, are you planning any breath workshop for children, Jalpaji? Since I do not have a way of reaching children, I do not know how to do it. But if you or some others are interested, and if you think you can get the children to be attentive and absorb, then maybe I can do it. But it'll need a lot of support from parents, and children can be very distracted or distractible. So if one starts showing signs of distraction, he might affect others. So if you can find a way to do it, and if you have, say, at least 5 or 7 children, I'd love to do a workshop for children. In fact, I wanted to do it at schools, but because of COVID, etc., I wasn't able to move on that. But I've written a few articles about how some of these breath work, the simpler ones, should be shared with children. I've also shared how uh, at a very young age, some wrong habits get established in children, and that affects their, not just the breath, but also the nervous system. Because if you remember, I've spoken about the autonomic nervous system and how most times most people tend to be in the SNS, the sympathetic nervous system, rather than in the PNS. It's in the PNS that you become your most creative and most your healthiest and sense of well-being and so on. So the trick is actually very simple, to move somebody from the SNS to the PNS. And but unless there is self-awareness, unless there is that commitment, yes, I want to do it, I want to take charge of my life, I want to take charge of this very, very powerful thing called the breath, it's not going to happen. Problem is that commitment. Even adults cannot find that commitment. So how do we bring it to children? How do we keep them involved? But yes, I would love to do it. If you can take the initiative, by all means, I'll do it, and I'd love to do it. Yes, it may help children to control their feelings and for their well-being. Indeed, yes. So if we are able to get them on the right track at an early age, so much the better. Would you please be able to share the articles? See, the articles are all in my Facebook groups and on my Facebook wall, but there is a lot of other stuff as well. I'll try and fish it out, because I write and I just let it be there. I do not organize my writing so much. In fact, a lot of people have been asking me to put a book together, and I think I need to put a book together, and I'm going to start work on that very soon, because I have a range of articles on various issues connected with breathing, and some of them are very, very insightful, and there doesn't seem to be too much information or too much awareness of some of the insights that I've shared in my articles. So if you read the articles, superficially, you may not notice too much. But if you actually read the articles and reflect on whatever they are trying to say, you will be able to latch on to some of the very powerful insights which are shared in these articles. The PNS, SNS itself, I think, is a very powerful understanding of your whole system. And if you begin to understand that, I'm in my SNS and I need to move into the PNS, you take various steps, like take a walk in the park, or spend some time in nature, sit down, do some yoga, some breathing, breath work, and various other things. There is a lot you can do to channel your energies so that your life begins to give you the best results. It's very unfortunate that most times, even educated, intelligent, well-read people, they just kind of go around in circles. Even when they know that they need to do something for their well-being, they don't know where to start, how to go about it. So I've shared how to do this in a very simple way. I've shared it in the groups. It's there in the Swaskosh Shuddhi group, which I think most of you are members of. And there is, of course, a lot of other stuff as well. So please continue. I think, Jalpaji, I'll ask you to see what can be done with children. I think you are already in the group, so you have my contact info and so on. And if you take the initiative, it'll be a very nice experience to get children going. And, in fact, whatever I'm doing with breath is, it's taken a while, but it's beginning to catch a lot of attention. And there is a lot of peripheral interest all around, but I need to grow it. I need to get my technology in place. I need to do a lot of other things. And I need to organize the resources for that. So that work is going on. But I also need to bring some people on my team, and people who are keen, who are able to commit themselves. I would like them on my team so that we can do a lot of good work with the breath. Obviously, I can't do it all free, because everything costs money. Every single thing costs money. It's like, even to run this simple thing, there is a Wi-Fi cost, there is a broadband cost, there is a technology cost. Zoom, I have to pay a lot of money for the Zoom sessions. So there is cost involved everywhere. And then, uh, download one program, there's a cost, whatever. You know the works. So, but I need to get a team together. If people are very interested and they can show that commitment, I'll be very glad to take you on. Yeah, so let's continue with the complete yogic breath. Every time between every cycle, even between every squeeze, make sure you relax your belly. Because as you are squeezing, there is a little tightness that builds up here. And then as you relax, let it go. And then again, when you squeeze, the tightness comes back, again, let it go. And then of course, between the new breaths as well. So let's do it once again. Slow, deep breath in, full breath in. So there is a Google form that has been posted in the chat box. If anybody has not put in their names yet and is not part of the group, and if you want to do some breath work, you can fill in your details there. Particularly give your number with the WhatsApp so that I can contact you and take it from there. Also, it'll be nice if some of you can help with resources. If you have access to resources, or if you know some people who have access to resources, because this is a very it's a very useful service that I'm trying to offer, and I know I need to bring it, take it to many more people, and put things together. So it'll be very nice if you can chip in or get people to chip in. So I think we've done enough of the complete yogic breath. Let's do the anulom vilom with the squeezes. So please remember, your thumb and your ring finger supported by the little finger. The thumb is on the right nostril and the ring finger goes to the left. So you can move it easily. Easy movement. So first you press the right nostril, exhale, let as much air leave you as it will. One exhale, then stop, another exhale. Keep your body very relaxed. Keep your stomach in particular very relaxed. Slow, deep breath in with the left nostril. Exhale with the right. Full breath out, stop, continue. Every time you stop, relax your belly. Squeeze in breath, right? out with the left. In with the left. So remember the same thing. Stop, relax, go. That's the basic thing. Stop, relax, go. Every cycle in all the breathing techniques that we are doing, you just have to do this. Stop, relax, which means let your body go into a deeper level of relaxation, and then go. And then as you go a few times, you squeeze. Sorry. And you've already seen different kinds of squeezes. So you try them. And remember the lungs, tennis court, and you need to clear the whole tennis court, or at least most of it, because the more you are able to clear it, the better will be your breath. The better your breath, the better will be the health of every organ, every cell in your body. There is no part of your body, there is no organ in your body that should be deprived of whatever the breath is bringing in. It's very simple. Every single part of your body, every single organ, every single cell should get the maximum they can from the breath. Whether it is supply of electrical energy, whether it's supply of oxygen, whatever the breath is bringing in, whatever prana it is bringing in, should go to every single part of your body as smoothly as possible. The moment this starts happening, everything in your body will start getting a sense of fulfillment, fullness, wellness, and naturally it'll affect everything. It'll even start affecting your DNA. It'll start affecting the way you think. It'll start affecting the way your emotions are. It'll start affecting every single aspect of your life and more. You will be able to direct your life energies in a way that you get maximum out of your current life. Whatever has gone. You can't do anything about that. But whatever is left, you can optimize it. You can use it to fulfill yourself in ways you can only imagine at the moment, and sometimes maybe not even imagine. I'm going to be I'm going to share a little about myself. I've gone through my own, challenges, peaks and troughs in life. And I've had some very difficult situations to deal with. And there have been times when I've been very despondent, very, very depressed, very low, all the negatives you can imagine. And the amount of sins I may have committed is probably, beyond imagination. I've sinned so much. Slowly, as I started on breath work, slowly as things started becoming clearer. See, that's another thing that happens. As you do this breath work, clarity starts coming inside you. As clarity starts coming inside you, you become able to choose better. And what is life? Ultimately, it's a matter of choices. One wrong choice, consequences. One right choice, benefits. That's what life is. We keep making these choices, usually with a lack of awareness, and we keep falling, or we keep going deeper into the sinkhole where life becomes just so much more, not worth whatever it is, which is sad, because life is such a wonderful opportunity. You have the resources. Every single person has the resources. But if you don't do anything about it, nobody can help you. It's there for everybody. So I began to see that simply with belly breathing. I started very simply. I started belly breathing. As I started belly breathing, I became more relaxed. I was on hypertension medication, and then I realized that though I was on a low dose, at least first that dosage did not increase. I didn't have to go from 0.25 to 0.50 and then once to twice a day or whatever. It stayed. So that was a great outcome for them. And it stayed that way for a number of years because I was still smoking and living life in the wrong way, if you like. And then slowly this awareness came, clarity came, and then I started taking actions. I quit smoking. I started giving up all those compulsive things that had a hold of me. They're all gone. And now I'm very keenly aware of every action that I do. It doesn't mean that every action of mine is perfect. No, it's not. It cannot be. But I'm moving gently, gently, without pushing myself, simply through awareness. I watch what I'm doing. I watch what I'm thinking. I watch what I'm feeling. And breath work is helping me do it. Because all day long, my attention is on my breath. Since my attention is on my breath, my mind cannot control me. I control my mind. And then the moment you become the one that's controlling the mind and not vice versa, you've got the reins of this chariot in your hand, or the Krishna inside you has the reins of this chariot, and then it's up to him how he directs it along the spine. Outside there are so many directions, 360 degrees, this way, in every direction you can imagine. So there are many directions in life. You may go this way, this way, this way, this way, this way. But along your spine, there are only two directions. It's either down or up. If whatever we are doing is leading us down, then chances are we are falling deeper into the karmic black hole. Problem with the karmic black hole is it's very easy to fall into it, but it's very difficult to climb out of it. It's a very, very slippery place. Circumstances, situations, whatever, they seem to conspire against you from moving up. That's why you notice when people start on the path of Adhyatma, as people get drawn towards what is generally called spirituality, they start becoming reclusive. They don't want to mix around too much with too many people because all that is affecting their energy and their resolve. So why waste energy, resolve on things that are ultimately going to pull us down? Instead, channel it where we can move up slowly, one step, little step, mild step, but a little upward. So sometimes when people talk about pap and punya, sin, English, of course, there is the concept of sin, but there is no opposite. There's no punya as such. Good work, maybe. So along your spine, pap is anything that pulls you down. That is pap. Punya is anything that pulls you up. Simple. So simple. So you make your choices based on this. Am I doing something that is pulling my energy down, pulling me into the black hole, karmic black hole, or is it raising me up? So you're higher, your cosmic self is somewhere here, and your ego self is at the Mooladhara. That is why when your energy is stuck in the Mooladhara, you are worried about your survival. You are worried about your next meal. You are worried about where the next paycheck is coming from. That is where all your attention is because you are stuck in the Mooladhara, in the karmic black hole. As you rise, as you're able to move your energy up from there to Swadhisthana, you become more involved in pleasure. Now, if you get too involved in pleasure, it'll pull you down back to the black hole, to the Mooladhara, ego, the basic ego survival, fight or flight. Otherwise, you keep taking steps to move up. I've shared articles about this, and maybe some of them are in the group as well. So let's continue. I'm so sorry for this long lecture. Slow exhale. Again. Maybe again. Inhale with the left. Exhale with the right. Continue to exhale. Stop, relax, exhale. And then the squeezes. There. Exhale with the left. Stop, relax, exhale. Again. Inhale. Exhale with the right. Stop, relax, exhale. Again. Again. Squeeze. Squeeze as you exhale. So that's what you do. Continue doing the same thing. Do it first few days, maybe 5 cycles, then build it slowly, go to 10, then go to 15, and observe what is happening in your body, how much improvement is there in your overall sense of well-being, in the way the breath moves through you, in you, how your energy feels. Keep building on it. Ultimately, it's you and your breath, your observation, your attention. That is important. You need to keep on building on that. It's nice whenever I get some feedback from participants. It adds to my clarity as well. It also adds to what I need to tweak, what I need to explain more, or how to get people to do certain things in a better way, and so on. So if that feedback comes, very good. If it doesn't come, so be it. Right. So the Google form is there. Please fill it if you haven't filled so far, and I'll get in touch with you. If anybody has anything to say, please go ahead. We do have a couple of minutes, so let's make the maximum use of it. Okay, looks like there is nothing to say. So we'll do our 3 ohms. Slow, deep breath in, the same. Full breath, channeled up the spine if possible. Enjoy your vibrations, and thank you very much. Have a beautiful evening. Thank you all. Good night.
Thank you. Good night.
Thank you.